Hi, so I wanted to come on this afternoon and talk to you about colours. It's something that I get asked an awful lot about, and it does make a big difference to the way that you will look and also how you feel, as I talked about in my last video. So how does it work? I know we're in coronavirus time at the moment, so I'm not seeing clients one-to-one. I can talk down video screens, but I don't recommend you do that if you're talking about colour analysis. If you look at the Facebook post I did earlier, you'll see the difference in the top that I'm wearing here, which is quite a turquoisey colour, and the colour it looked when I was on a Zoom call earlier, which was like a dark teal. So it's really difficult to do this over cameras. I would suggest that you listen to what I say this morning, see if you can work it out for yourself, but then book yourself a treat at the end of it, or when we come out the other end, go and have your colours done, and it'll give you a real perk, a real lift you up. It's a lovely thing to have done anyway, but then you can know that the colours that you're wearing really work for you, and if you're in business, your business brand, your personal brand as well. So how does it work? Well, basically, we look at three things when we're working out what colours suit people. So we look at your hair colour, your skin tone, and your eye colour. And we're trying to work out the sorts of colours that go with your natural colouring that you can wear here, the bit above your waist, up near your face. And effectively, as I said, we're looking at those three things, and then we're thinking about the three different aspects of colour. So when we're thinking about which sorts of colours suit you, we'll be talking about the depth of colour that you should wear. So whether you're better in a sort of light colour or something in the middle, or all the way through to something that's quite dark. We'll also talk about the undertone of the colours you should wear. So this means basically some colours have like a goldenness to them, so a warmth to them. So do you look better in those sorts of colours that have got a warmth on one end of the scale? Or are you someone that looks better in cool colours at the other end of the scale? So they've got more of a bluey undertone to them. So that's the second thing. And then the last thing is the chroma or clarity of colour. So some people look better in colours that are really vibrant, bright colours, and some people suit more smoky, gentle and muted colours. So those are three things we look at: the depth, the undertone and the clarity of colour that you should wear. And as I say, it all depends on the mix you have in terms of the colour of hair you have, your skin and your undertone, and also your eye colour and your brow colour and things like that. So it's your face that we're looking at. And I'm going to use me as an example to show you sort of how this works. So I'm somebody that's got dark hair, obviously you can see that. I've got quite a light, bright eye, so it's sort of like a bluey colour, sort of bluey greeny colour. So I have what we call bright colouring. So I have a contrasting look. So I've got dark hair with a light eye. So there's quite a bit of contrast there. You may be somebody completely the opposite to me, in which case you would have, say, highlighted, medium toned coloured hair, and you can have different eye colour, but your overall impression would be more of a blended look, because your hair colour will look more similar than mine does to my face, if that makes sense. So you'd be somebody we'd call smoky. You might be somebody who's got very blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin, and in which case you probably suit lighter colours because there's lots of lightness in your look. So you'd be somebody we'd call light. And again, depending on skin tone, that sort of breaks up into sort of two different areas. You can be a light and warm person, or you could be a light and cool person, depending on, like I say, your skin tone. You might be somebody that's a deep, so that's someone a bit like me that has dark hair, but these people always have sort of dark eyes. So there's lots of depth in their colouring, and so they look really good in the really strong, dark, deep, rich colours up near their face. You might be somebody who's warm, so warmth is the biggest thing we notice about you when we see you. So somebody who's got sort of nice auburn hair, and you know, either the dark browny kind of eyes, or they could have bright blue eyes, but it's this warmth that comes across when you meet them. So as I said, those people would be warm, and then there might be some cool, so you might be a cool person. This tends to be somebody that's got cool coloured hair, so you might have a very sort of ash blonde hair, or you could be somebody that's got more the silver or the sort of grey tones in your hair, and you might have more of a porcelain skin tone and a cool coloured eye, so blue or something like that. These people have more coolness to them, so they need cool colours, so pinks and blues and purples and things like that look fantastic on them. So there are sort of 6 overall colouring types I've whizzed through there. And then within each, as I say, you get the sort of breakdown in terms of, so me, I'm bright. Do I look better in bright and warm colours, or do I look better in bright and cool colours? So there's 2 subcategories for each of those 6 colouring types. So let me show you how it works. As I said, I'm somebody that looks better in bright colours. So you can see I'm sitting here wearing my bright sort of tealy turquoise top. If I show you the difference it makes, let me show you a big amount of this colour. So this is me wearing a nice bright turquoise. Hopefully you can see that one looks Okay, if I make that too subtle, so it's not a huge change in colour, but if it goes more subtle like that, it's not as good as the brightness that's under there. I don't know if you can see the difference through the camera. So there's the brighter colour and there's me in a paler version of it. If I put these either side of my face, it might help. So if I show you that one there, which is the brighter one, and then I show you that one there, which is the softer one, and get a bit closer to the camera, I don't know if you can see that brighter one is so much better for me than the slightly more muted colour there. Okay, so hopefully that shows you that. And if we think about neutral colours, so a lot of people do suit this lovely sort of taupey colour, but on me it does absolutely nothing. So there we go. Yeah, it really doesn't flatter me at all, does it? So if I was thinking of a neutral and I wanted a sort of beigey browny tone, I would go to something far more deep and striking like that, which is a sort of black brown, we call that one. And for me, it actually would be better if I wore it in contrast. So I might wear a dark brown jacket or cardigan and I put it with a pop of bright turquoise or something like that. So, you know, doing something like this on me is not doing me any favours whatsoever. So I steer away from those very sort of gentle, pale, wishy-washy for me colours, and I go for stronger colours and colours worn in contrast. One of the colours I've been really liking at the moment is green. So let me just show you again with the green. That's me in a sage green, which isn't doing me many favours. But if I pop that and make it a bright green, can you see the difference it makes? So sage, bright, makes a huge difference in terms of the way I look. And then just one last one just to show you how this works. If I was choosing a red, I need to go for like a warm red, a bright red, but it needs to have warmth to it, nothing cool. So if I put a red up near my face, again, I do wear quite a lot of red, so you might have seen me in this before. That's me wearing a bright, warm red. And what doesn't work nearly so well, it's not a red, but it is a pink, just to show you, because it comes better across on the camera. That's if I do a pink. Can you see it clashes with my skin tone? So much better to go red rather than the pink. See the difference it makes? So that was just a whistle-stop tour, really, in terms of colours, just to show you the difference that it makes if you wear the colours that flatter you, that go with your natural colouring. If you're interested in finding out more, I've written a blog about this, so go on my website, which is kerryellis.co.uk. Have a look at my blogs and my videos. But in the blogs, you'll see I've talked about colour confidence, and I talk in length, actually. It's quite a long blog about how you work out which colours suit which people. So have a read of that. If you've got colours in your wardrobe, just get out a few of your tops and things. Have a look and see whether you suit a brighter colour better, or whether you're better in a lighter colour, or maybe a softer, gentler colour. See whether you need your undertone of your colours to have warmth in it or coolness. So pick out some sort of orangey colour, which is very warm, and contrast it with, say, a pinky colour if you have both in your wardrobe. And just have a look and see what they do against your face. So you want something that highlights from underneath and actually sort of goes with you, that you feel good in, and that looks good. So sit in front of a mirror, have some good daylight coming onto your face, and do the little test yourself. It's quite fun, and we've got time to do these things. So get out a few different tops and have a try and have a play with these colours. Have a look at my blog to give you some ideas. And then, like I said at the beginning, why not treat yourself when we come out of all of this? Have a wardrobe that you really, really enjoy and that's full of clothes that really work for you. Book a colour consultation. Come and let me play with these bits of fabric and show you the difference that it can make. And then you too will get something like this to take away so you can remember. So these are my colours. So some bright and warm colours, just so you can see why it doesn't work. Here's a light and warm fan next to me. Let me hold that properly. So you can sort of see, look much better in these than these. Yeah, so come along, have some fun with some colours. We'll also have a look at your makeup if you're a lady watching this, if you want to have a play with makeup and work out which shades work for you, because that works in the same way. And you get your little fan to take away as well. So something to look forward to when we're out the other end of all this coronavirus. In the meantime, enjoy this weather. It's lovely again today. So enjoy your hour's walk or wherever you go. Make the most of it. Stay safe, stay well, and take care. And I'll see you soon. Thanks then. Bye-bye.